Hey everyone, welcome back to the first ever Primetime News Extra. I am doing some extra analyses based on some comments I received from the recent Primetime News video I put up, in which I was showing some comparisons in terms of financial data between the second quarter financial results released by eBay in 2022 and the fourth quarter financial results in 2019. Now, there are two main reasons that I did the analysis that way. The first reason is because I wanted to look at things immediately pre pandemic to post pandemic. And so the fourth quarter of 2019 is the quarter you have to look at in order to do that. Now, some people have said that they felt the analysis was flawed because the fourth quarter of 2019 would get a significant bump because of fourth quarter sales. But I had already looked at that, which goes into the second reason that I presented it this way. Yes, ideally, you would do a quarter to quarter analysis, but the results in terms of sales related figures don't change in any significant way and do not change the overall point of what I was trying to show everybody. So let me take you into an even further level of analysis and I'll show you the data. All right, so just to reorient everyone to these slides, in the first column in blue, you're looking at the second quarter financial results posted by eBay in 2019. In the second column in orange, you're looking at the fourth quarter financial results posted by eBay in 2019. And in the final column in gray, you're looking at the most recent financial results posted by eBay in the second quarter of 2022. And as you will see, there is no change to the overall point I am trying to make. There's no significant difference between the second quarter eBay revenue numbers and the fourth quarter eBay revenue numbers in 2019. 2.7 versus 2.8, roughly the same, but there is a decline from post pandemic levels compared to 2019. Whether you want to look at the final quarter going into the pandemic, which I wanted to do for historical reasons, or if you want to look quarter to quarter and compare it to the second quarter of 2019, doesn't matter. Same thing for the gross merchandise volume, the GMV. This is the total overall value of items sold on eBay. So in the second quarter of 2019, the number was 22.7 billion. The number was 23.3 billion in the fourth quarter of 2019. That is not a significant difference, but there is definitely a significant difference when you compare those numbers to post pandemic. You see a big decline, 18.5 billion in the second quarter of 2022, no matter what quarter in 2019 you want to look at. And the same can be said for eBay's total active buyers. Those numbers are roughly equivalent from quarter to quarter in 2019 when you look at Q2 versus Q4. And there is a huge drop in the second quarter of 2022 compared to those numbers. Again, doesn't change the overall point. Look at that, 182 or 183 versus 138. All right, now some people might be surprised that the second and fourth quarter numbers posted by eBay in 2019 are roughly equivalent, but that just goes to show what I've been talking about on this channel for years, which is that eBay had been stagnating in these key metric areas that we as sellers care most about. We want to see the total active buyers increase significantly, and we want to see the gross merchandise volume increase significantly as well. But we are not seeing that. What we are seeing is a significant decline from the comparison of the most recent numbers posted by eBay to pre-pandemic levels. Whether you want to compare it quarter to quarter in 2019 or you want to compare it to the final quarter going into the pandemic, it doesn't matter. The results don't change. So when eBay talks about there just being a little drop in sales, that is misleading, and that is only a reference to the second quarter of 2022 compared to the first quarter of 2022. We cannot explain all of this just based on changes related to the pandemic. There are systemic problems within the company that are contributing to this. Now, interestingly enough, one of the things that did change between the second quarter of 2019 19, and the fourth quarter of 2019 is the advertising revenue. But the funny thing about that is that just goes to further support the point I was trying to make, which is that eBay is making more money off of sellers, and they're doing so in a significant way compared to the past. So if you look at the second quarter of 2022, they brought in $275 million in advertising revenue, which is largely made up of promoted listing revenue. Now, the number that I showed in the prior video was 137 million. If you want to compare it to the second quarter, fine, it's 89 million. It doesn't matter. The overall point is the same thing, is that this is the metric we don't want to see go up significantly, and it is. And the numbers that we want to see go up significantly as sellers are not. All right, now I hope everyone found that helpful. In retrospect, I should have shown that analysis from the outset. And I should have pointed out also in the video that there wasn't a significant difference between Q2 and Q4. So that's my bad. I did look at it, and I do want you to know that I would never have presented that Q4 data to you if it was going to be something that was misleading and not telling the overall story that I wanted to make. So, good point for people bringing it up and thinking that it might change things, but that's why I wanted to put this out to show you that it didn't. And keep in mind that I will never manufacture news for you just to make a negative story. This is reality. Someone did make that comment in the video, which is completely ridiculous. But I want you to know that there is reality behind what people are noticing when they're saying they're noticing a decrease in sales. It's not just a little drop. There's something to it. There's problems, and this data shows it. So hopefully you found that information helpful, and I'll see all of you at the next video. Take care.